Hi, how are you doing? In this video, we're going to explain how to create the same interactive scene we're having here. Here we're having a background, two ellipses, and a half circle representing the sun. Then we're having two aliens. They are moving to the right and to the left. And here we're having like a meme. Step number 1 will be creating a new project. So click here and I'm going to move to my dashboard. Then from create here, we're going to create a game lab project. Then rename the project with your name. Click here to save. Step number 1 in any project will be creating the background. As we said before, in Game Lab, the code will be at the back or behind. Okay, should be written first. Then we're moving from the back to the front. So at the back, we need a background. So from here, drawing, drag a background, place it here above the green block. Now we're going to change the white to be dark blue. Okay, click run. Now we're having the same background as we're having here. Then we're going to create our sprites, which are the two aliens we're having here. From animations, click here, add, search for space. Okay, feel free to select any alien. This one is fine, and we're going to select another one. Okay, the pink one, this one. Back to the code. Now we selected our sprites, so back to code. From sprites, we're going to create our sprite. So drag a var sprite. As we said before, a sprite is a special type of variables. We need to change the sprite to have a different name, and we need to follow the same rules of naming variables. No spaces, do not start with a number, only letters are allowed. When using the variable, we need to use the same name or the same format of the name. So we're gonna name it the blue, okay, underscore. We can separate them by an underscore, alien, and the other one, okay, pink, underscore, alien. Click run. Nothing will be happened. Why? We didn't add the draw sprite. So from the world here, drag a draw sprite and place it here after the two sprites. Okay, reset and run. We need to set our sprite. Okay, so from sprites, sprite.set animation, and from the drop down menu, select the blue one, and again from here drag another one, place it after the creation of the pink, and select the pink alien. Here we're having an error. Why? We created the sprite as a blue underscore alien, and in the set we used the word sprite. So we're going to copy the name and then paste it here. Now there's no errors, so again copy this one and replace it to sprites. Reset and run. Okay, we're having both of them in the same place, which is 200 for the X and 200 for the Y. I need the blue one to be here. Okay, here meaning X equals 54 and Y equals 185. How did I know? Under the word show grad, okay, we're having here the value of the X and Y. I'm pointing with the mouse will be displayed after the word show grad. So X will be 62 and Y 142. 62 142, and we're gonna keep the pink one. Okay, we need to move him a little bit, so I'm going to increase only the 200 to be like 250, so he's going to move to the right. Okay, this is okay. Now we're having the background, the two sprites. What else are missing? We need the green elapse and the blue one. So from drawing again, here drag an elapse. Okay, where do we need it? The green one I guess should be here. So here X equal 144, Y equals 64, so 144. Okay, so it's like 54. Okay, 400 is too big. 400, the first one as the H, then the W, so we're gonna make it like 70. And 70. Reset and run. It's too small, so we're gonna change it to be 120 and 120. Okay, reset and run. Okay, this is fine. We're going to change its color to be green, so drag a fill color and make sure the color or the property should be before the shape, not after the shape. So change the yellow to be green. Okay, reset and run. Now we're having the green one. If we need to have it, I guess it should be smaller, so we're gonna make it only 100 and 100. Okay, this is fine. Then we need another one to be here. Again, I'm going to drag an elapse. Okay. Here meaning 324 and 32. 300. Okay. And maybe 400 for the Y. Okay, and reset, run. Okay, we're having it, but it's too big, so we're gonna make it again 100 and 100. Okay, reset and run. Okay, it's small, so it should be, for example, مثلا 200 and 200. Okay, by the way, if we didn't add a different fill color for the second ellipse, it will take the nearest fill color. Okay, we didn't add a different one for the second ellipse, so it's in green as the last property we have. So from fill color, place it here. It should be, I guess, blue. I don't remember, but we're gonna check. Yeah, it's blue. Reset and run. It could be much bigger, so 40 and 240. I added a third circle here using the same technique, fill with yellow and then an elapse. the x value should be 350, the y should be 5 to have it on the top. Then the width and height of the circle will be 24, 240 and 260. Then we need to have the two aliens like keep on moving as we're having here. They are moving to the right and to the left. Okay, and the action of moving is repeating. Here come the rule of the draw function or the green block. The green block is called the draw loop. Do you remember the word loop? Loop means to repeat or to keep the action repeated again and again and again. Whatever blocks will be placed here inside the draw function will be repeated again and again and again. So here we have drawing elapses in a random number, so we're going to keep the drawing of the circle, and here we have an alien moving on the x-axis, okay, and the action of moving is repeating again and again and again. Move back to our project. What we will do is click sprites, drag sprite.x. Actually we need our alien to move here on the x-axis to the right and to the left, so we're going to change its x value. Okay, here we got an error as there is no sprite called sprite. We're having blue alien and pink alien, so I'm going to copy the name of the sprite, paste it here. Okay, and I'm going to add a random value or a random number for the x value. Okay, so every time the drawing loop will pick a different number or a random number from a minimum and a maximum value. We said we're going to change the x value, okay, to keep him moving right to left. The x value of the blue alien will start from 62 as we have here. So 62, okay, sorry, we didn't add the random number, so from math add the random number first. The minimum value will be 62, okay, and we need him to move to here, for example, so make it 100. So he's going to move on the x-axis, okay, from 62 to 100. How did I know it will be the x-axis? I already added sprite.x, okay, which is the x value. Why did we start by 62? As already we're having our alien in 62. Okay, we're going to do the same for the pink alien. We're going to drag sprite.x here, change sprite to pink alien. Okay, so the pink alien x value will be changed according to a random number. From here, drag a random number. The starting x value of the pink alien is 250, so 250, and he will be moving to here, so make it 310. Okay, click run, reset and run. They are not moving. Why? They are not moving as we already created our sprites by adding draw sprite. Okay, we need to drag the draw sprite here, so we're going to keep the creation process repeated and repeated again and again and again. Okay, so if we add the draw sprite inside, they will be created again and again and again, but having the draw sprite outside the drawing loop, which will create the action, okay, will create them once, but having the draw sprite inside will keep them created, and the x value of them will be changed according to the random numbers we're having here. So reset and run. Okay, now they are moving and they are created again and again and again, but they having like an illusion, or they are moving on and created on the same places, okay, and they will be created forever. So we're gonna have like millions of aliens. Reset. To solve the problem, we're going to drag the background here inside, so the scene will be created and repeated again and again and again. By having the background inside, we're going to repeat the creation of the background and the creation of the sprites, okay, by having the draw sprite inside, okay. Run. Okay, they are created again and again and again. But what about the shapes? Now the shapes will be created once as they are outside the loop, okay, and then the background will be created and created again and again and again and repeated again and again, the same as the variables. So we're going to have them all inside, okay, here. So the action of creating the shapes will be repeated. We're going to start by creating the background, then the shapes, then the sprites, and the action of creating them all will be keep on repeating again and again and again and again. See, run. Okay, everything's fine. By the way, sprite.x, sprite.y, sprite.scale, sprite.visible, width, rotation, and so on, they are all called sprite properties, and we can use them to add a different characters and a different shapes for our sprites, okay. So today we used sprite.x, okay, and we may use rotation to rotate them, scale to minimize or to change the size of the sprite, definitely visible to have them visible, definitely for having them visible or invisible, to let them appear or to disappear, and so on. Now we need to add any text or any label to our project. So when we click run, it will be displayed here. For example, from drawing, we're going to drag text from here, okay, place it here, and instead of the word text, we're going to type welcome. Okay, it's written here as the x value and the y value are 0 and 15. If we need it to be here, we need to change the x to be 42 and the y to be 282. So make it 42 and the y 282, okay. And if we need to change its size, we're going to add the size, text size. As we said before, it should be before, not after. The color, the size, the font type, all of those should be before, not after. So the 12 will be 30, and for the color, we can keep it yellow, or we may change it the default as yellow, okay. Now we're done with writing. Now we need to change the speed of the animation of the scene, okay. To do this, click on world, okay. We're going to drag a frame or a world frame from here and place it at the top. It should be the first one. By default, it's 30, okay? So if we need to make the scene slower, we need to add a number less than 30, okay? If we need the scene to be faster, we're gonna make it greater than 30. We're going to add like 80 to make it fast. Reset and run. Now they are moving fast. If we change it, the 80 to be like 10, reset and run. Okay, they are slow. Okay, they will start by 30 and then it will slow down. Okay, we may make it more slower, 5. Okay, now they are too slow. Okay, now we're done. Your task is to create the same scene we're having here. You may change the sprites, you may change the idea itself. Instead of having a space and so on, you may change a different idea as you like, but make sure to have an action that will be repeated inside the drawing loop. Thank you so much.